You're on right now?
Yeah, but ain't nobody on yet.
How you know?
Because I'll be able to see.
Oh, I see where it says 0. So then
Yeah.
you just wait.
Mm-hmm. Zero. Hey. Let me make sure let me hold on. You ready? Go hit it real quick. Oh yes. Light it. Light it. And come here. Is everybody ain't had no jacket home? Wait, no, yes. That's all you want to do? Yeah, we went to the nose. Be on back. Woo! Happy Monday. Hey, y'all. Had to go get my herbal remedy on real quick before I came to see y'all. How's everybody? Ooh, I hope y'all are having a wonderful day off. And for those that respect the man, had a wonderful Martin Luther King Day. Okay, so I'm a couple minutes late, but who cares? Because I got some stuff to tell y'all, okay? So I hope everybody had a great weekend. As always, if this is your first time tuning in, thank you for tuning in. Whoever missed this, oh well, they ain't gonna get to ask no questions. They're just gonna have to ask questions next time, okay? So y'all know I try to bring y'all something new every single week. And this week, we got some new stuff, okay? So let me run down the gamut real quick. And please drop your questions. Yes, I have. Noreen, how you doing, Noreen? Okay, first thing first. If you have Verizon, send me a message on my website because I got this in my email. I don't know how many of you did. A lot of y'all do not check y'all emails, but Verizon is paying $100. Now y'all know I always try to come through with the class action lawsuits. So hold on, let me make sure I'm on the right Wi-Fi real quick. Yes, okay. Hey, Miss Aura. All right, so again, if anybody, and share this with somebody, y'all share, tag, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. I believe this is my year for my channel to do what it's gonna do, okay? Which is blow up. Hey, Miss D Broussard. I was looking at your stuff today. Okay. So again, if you have Verizon, send me a message because there is an email going out. If y'all have not already got it, all you have to do is put your phone number and account number, and it will let you know if you qualify. But for $100, it is worth y'all taking a minute out of y'all day to see if you qualified for the Verizon lawsuit. Now, I ain't even gonna lie, I didn't even care to read what they said Verizon did because all they had to do was say they was gonna give me something, and I was with it. Okay, so y'all know how I am about free and bankruptcy. So, and let me see, it has to be Verizon's cell phone service, not the cable. Okay. But I don't know how many of y'all got it. I'm gonna tell y'all another thing about Verizon, but I'm gonna go through it in right in order. Noreen said there's a Google lawsuit. The Google lawsuit is old, but if you guys want to get in on the Google lawsuit, y'all know my favorite one to go to is classaction.org. Classaction.org. Hey, Quintisha. Quintisha said hey to everybody. And yes, I do, guys. Infinite Son. I'll answer your question, okay? So we said Verizon lawsuit. That's the first thing. There has already been a Google lawsuit. There's still a Facebook lawsuit. Another lawsuit that has come back, that's going on right now, is the Kia/Hyundai. If you have a Kia or you have a Hyundai, I already did a video on this over 6 months ago, okay? But for some reason, a whole bunch of y'all have been inboxing me, asking me for the website. If you have a Kia or a Hyundai, your car insurance, if y'all didn't notice, your car insurance rates should have increased because these cars are very easy to steal. Since they are very easy to steal, there's been a class action and it is still currently going on. All you have to do on the Kia website is put in your VIN number for your Kia or for your Hyundai, and it will tell you if you are in the lawsuit class. Okay, so make sure that y'all get on that. All right, so we said Verizon cell phone, Google, Facebook, and Kia and Hyundai. Okay, so that's 5 class action lawsuits right there. I swear I probably put $200 in y'all pocket right about now. Also, if you have a Kia and a Hyundai, they are giving you the free driver, y'all know the steering wheel lock that they give, the one that nobody used to want to use because you had to, it looks kind of stupid, but your steering wheel is circular and it goes this way, you know. They are giving those for free to anybody that has a Kia or a Hyundai because they know those cars are being stolen. So please make sure, hey, it don't even matter if you don't use it. I want it. Why? Because they're giving it away and it's free. All right. So make sure that you take that. All right. So let me see what else y'all saying to me. So God's Infinite Son started out with a good question about how do you remedy that's Credit Karma, Credit Wise, Experian, whatever. I prefer Credit Karma because it shows you 2 bureaus versus 1, and this way you can actually see, because just because you apply for credit with 1 creditor, it doesn't mean they're going to pull from all 3. They may only pull from 1, and if you only have Experian, you won't know what happens on Equifax or TransUnion. So I tend to use Credit Karma, but I also have Experian as well. All right. So first you need to monitor it so that you know that something has happened. Even if somebody pulled an inquiry and they did not get approved, which means they did not get a credit card, but you see an inquiry that is not yours, that is still identity theft because that person submitted your social and they hit enter. Okay, so as soon as somebody puts your social and the birthday name and they hit enter, they are pretending to be you. That is identity theft. Do not let these, and some police officers are not educated. They assume identity theft has to be that I'm successful and I actually got a credit card in your name. No, you do not. As soon as somebody pretends to be you to apply for credit, that is identity theft. Okay. Boom, just drop the gem. Make sure y'all share and tell somebody because I'm sure people do not know that. So you find out that something's happened. You're sure you're a victim. The second thing you do is you go immediately to your police department or sheriff or whoever it is that handles your jurisdiction, because you need that report. You need that report because of a few things. One, this is how you prove that you're a victim. You can tell me you're a victim of identity theft all day, but if you don't have that actual police report with the case number, it is not documented, and it needs to be documented. The next reason why you need it is because now you can dispute anything on your credit with that police report. Now, I know I'm finna bust somebody's game right now, but if you guys have been paying people thousands and thousands of dollars to fix your credit, to wipe everything off and all of that, they have been doing the same thing I'm telling you to do. Take your police report and then dispute. Now, if you've ever heard of the credit sweep, a lot of y'all have heard of credit sweep. Hey, Mo, that is all a credit sweep is somebody disputing things that are on your credit, whether you did them or not, with the police report, because there is a statement, a passage in the Fair Credit Reporting Act that says that if somebody is the victim of identity theft, the credit bureaus have a duty to delete any account you put in question within 4 days. Now, they used to do it like this. Back in the day when people would do the credit sweep, things were gone like this in a week. Now, it's not taking that short amount of time. Now it's months. Okay. The credit bureau is actually making you wait, but I'm telling you something that is proven. I know it works. So I'm not encouraging, and y'all know everything I say is for entertainment and educational purposes only, but I am letting you know what y'all are paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for, when you could do the same thing that they're doing and you could do it for free. Okay. Now, if y'all want my credit site, you can get my credit site where you can get all the dispute letters, all of that for free, and then go and dispute your credit. So to get back to answer your question, hold on. God's Infinite Son, police report. Then you dispute the items that are there. Same thing goes for your bank accounts. I see a lot of y'all are letting people cash checks through your bank account, and now your bank accounts are locked up because you got an overdraft of $80,000. I just seen one on Twitter yesterday for $87,000. My niece, hers was $883,000. I called the bank myself and said, how can you allow someone to go that negative before you stop it? But it has to do with the amount of the check they cash. So having that police report will also, it won't help you get your account back, because most banks, once they close for fraud, you are done. Especially like Navy Federal and US, especially those military accounts. Okay. Bank of America did it too. But you need that. So in the event you go open a new account, they're going to see that the old account was closed from fraud if you guys haven't pulled your bank reports. Okay. And yes, you can pull your own bank reports through check system, through early warning system, and through it's another one. It'll come to me. But so it'll show on one of those three, if not all three, bank reports. So you want to make sure that you have that police report so that you can fight it off. Now, if I missed anything else, God's infinite son, as far as cleaning up your credit and all the steps you need to do with that, you can go to shamikasaves.com, send me a message. You're on here all the time anyway. Come holler at me. I got you. Okay. So let me see what y'all saying before I get to the real good stuff. It says there's a Philips CPAP lawsuit. Bam, bam. Okay, thank you, Rosalind. I'm gonna look that up. For those who have sleep disorders and have to use that breathing machine, get on it. Especially if I'm talking to military people, because I know most all the veterans I know have sleep apnea, and they always get issued a CPAP machine. Okay, most average people I don't see, but I see it a lot with my military community. So make sure if that's you or you know somebody, you better tell them. All right. Thank you, Bernice, for being here. I appreciate it. Okay, so Simone asked, was there any tax updates? The only tax update there is that the IRS is opening tax season January 29th. If you guys haven't already, found that out. So it's January 29th. They're going to open up to accept taxes. But remember, there is still the PATH Act, PATH, where people with children usually have to wait the additional 2 weeks. Now, the crazy part is the IRS never mentions this before tax season. They wait until tax season opens. And I promise you guys, in a week or so, we'll start seeing articles talking about, people with kids waiting on the earned income credit and the child tax credit, they're going to get their payments in February. So I'm letting you know now. So do not go beat up your tax preparer because you did not get your money on time. All right. If you're just a single individual, you will get it processed quickly. If I don't know if y'all know or not, but you can file now. A lot of people already got their W-2s. Some people are using their last pay stub, but you do not have to wait. This is a good time for some of y'all who cannot or do not expect to get a tax refund. This is a good time for y'all to go and try to get y'all in advance from the bank, because y'all know y'all taxes are going to be taken. And the only way y'all going to get any little bit of money is if the bank gives you a loan off of your tax refund. Okay. So again, if you want to know more what I'm talking about, you got to hit me up on the website. Okay. All right. So let me see what y'all saying over here real quick. It says, Shamika, have you taught us about freezing our TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian? Yeah. So if you want to freeze your credit, you could do it in a bunch of ways. You could do it with the police report. If you do it with the police report, that is the identity theft block. If you want to freeze your credit, you can actually call or you could submit a letter telling them you want to freeze your credit. And then they also have another one. There's three. I don't know why everything is in threes, but they have one that you can easily turn on and off. They called it like like you can thaw your credit. You can thaw it out or freeze it, right? But that's where you can just go lock. That's what it is. It's a credit lock. You can lock your credit, and then if you need to unlock it, you just hit the code or you go online and hit the button unlock, and it unlocks. That's the only one that allows you to do it yourself. If you do the identity theft or you do the military, if you're in military, they'll do it for free for you. Well, they're all free. But if you do military, they'll give you a military block for a year, or you can just do the standard credit freeze. It's for 2 years. And what you have to do is you would have to send them paperwork to have them unlock your credit. So they personally, in my opinion, are trying to make it difficult for you to freeze and unfreeze your credit. I don't use the credit lock. I don't want to put the pin in. I actually want to have to mail my stuff in to let them know to unlock my credit so that there's no confusion that a computer or a hacker or somebody got in and put the pin in and unlock my credit. I'd rather do it the hard way, but that's just me. Okay. So yeah, Quintisha, if you need help, let me know. All right. All right. So what I'm gonna tell you about. Y'all know we always talk about the SBA, the EIDL loans, those PPP loans. No, don't get excited. It's not coming back. But what is happening is the payments are gonna start coming back. Sorry, y'all. And yes, I'm drinking my mimosa. So cheers to all y'all. Okay, clank, clank, clank. I'm getting my drink on. All right. So here's what's going on. Now, y'all already know I told you that the government is not going to take your taxes this year if you don't pay your student loans. So we are very happy that they're not taking the money this year. But guess what they did instead, y'all? Now, I also told y'all they weren't going to come after anybody for not paying their SBA EIDL loan. They said it costs too much money to come after y'all, so we're just gonna let y'all get away with this money. Well, on Friday, they said, we have changed our minds. I want y'all to listen close. You have until March 3rd of this year to get on some type of repayment with the SBA for your EIDL loan and or your PPP. If you did not do a forgiveness, you have to start making your payments by March 3rd, or they are turning you over to the Department of Treasury, and the Department of Treasury has every right to take your tax returns. If you're a veteran, they're going to put a lien. So basically, they're going to put a lien on you. So if you don't start making some type of payment by March 3rd, they're going to basically put a lien on you. And any way for them to recoup the funds is what they're going to do. To include, if they have to, send your information to a debt collector and you actually get sued in court and they actually take it out of your check. I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked that they first said they weren't going to come after people. I'm also shocked that they're now doing this at this time, but they're only doing it at this time because they know that student loans, they're not taking student loans. So they basically transfers one debt over to another debt. So you won't get your taxes taken for student loan. But if you do not file before March 3rd, that's the whole point of me telling y'all this. March 3rd is the day. If you're on the plan, they turn you over. Now, I don't know how quick that process is, but if you want to see your taxes and you have not paid your EIDL, SBA loan, you should not expect to see them. Okay, and I mean, when I say federal benefits, that means they will reduce your food stamps. They will any cash. If you get TANF, they come in for that. If you're a veteran, they will take your benefits until it's repaid. Social Security. I know people think that they will not garnish your wages for Social Security, but they will if you owe the government. So if you are on Social Security, disability, even hell, SSI, they can put a lien on it all. Okay, so please don't think that they cannot, because they will. All right, so make sure y'all tell somebody to tell somebody, because they've been letting people ride for almost 3 years and people have not been making payments because they haven't been aggressive. But they're gonna be aggressive starting March 3rd. Now I am gonna make a TikTok video. I just have not made that yet. All right. All right, so let me see what y'all saying and tell me what y'all think about that. I mean, I don't know. I kind of thought they was gonna leave people alone. Now, if y'all want to know what that has to do with the PPP, I'm just letting you know that there are some people who have not done the forgiveness for their PPP. So if you haven't did a forgiveness for your PPP, they are going to do the same thing. And this is for loans that are $100,000 or less. Okay, which is the majority of us. Okay, the majority of people got $100,000 or less, whether it was the SBA or whether it was the PPP. Because how many of y'all know they got that 20,000? Okay, so and I was reading, listening, looking at what people were saying, and somebody works for a bank, and they put on there that as of lately, the SBA has been coming back to them and saying, go to your people who got the PPP through you and have them send in proof of verification of the items we request to see if they use the money appropriately. All right. So I don't know how good or bad people are at record keeping, but this will be a good time to go and see what those forgiveness requirements were or are, because remember, it's been almost 3 years ago. And just make sure you have your documentation. A lot of y'all bank accounts closed. because y'all not with them. Hell, your business probably done closed, whatever, but the records don't go nowhere. All right. So I'm not saying that this is going to happen. All we try to do over here is be prepared so we don't have to get ready. Okay. We already have our stuff set, put to the side. And so that way, if somebody come a knocking, bang, boom, we already got it. Okay. Because we already heard about this months ago. Okay. Because you know I'm going to tell you. All right. Let me see what y'all saying before I go on to what is next. Let's see. It says Shamika, 800K. Yes, they got my niece for $883,000. I couldn't believe it. Hey, thank you, Miss Amy. How are you? Miss Cynthia, hey, Miss Cynthia says, hey, Shamika and Shamika Saves fam. Y'all know I got to come up with a name for y'all. So I'm going to need y'all to give me some ideas because I was like, I mean, I know it's kind of difficult to play off the words, but y'all got to help me come up with a name that I can just give y'all so we could just roll with that, okay? Because everybody has a little crew, and I feel like I got my crew, y'all, some of y'all who I wait to see every week, some of y'all who are in and out, but it don't matter. Y'all know I'm here. So, yeah, let's come up with a name. Cynthia says, glad to see you. I'm usually on my church meetings at this time on Mondays, but it was canceled. All right, well, look at that. God knew to put you on hold a day because he has something that you must have needed to hear, okay? And thank you for sharing. Hey, Miss Sharon. And Emily says, where do you get the credit report letters again? So I'm gonna put it here on my here on YouTube. I'm gonna give y'all my credit site. It's credithacker.com. But again, I told you I'm not paying for the space in between. So they told me if I wanted it to be all one word, I was gonna have to pay $600 for the URL, and I'm not. So mine is credit a dash and hacker.com. Sign yourself up. You can get your 3 credit reports there. And all of the letters are free. You can dispute from there. You can also, if you choose, you can have me coach you through what you need to do based on your credit versus you going at it alone. Because I know a lot of y'all may not necessarily understand it like I do. All right. It says, what about Social Security overpayments? Line 12. What you mean line 12? Social Security overpayments, Candy, if you have Social Security overpayments, they're gonna take that. And are you talking about on the 1040? Let me know so I can pull it up. It says I saw where they canceled the child credit. No, y'all. So I wanted y'all to understand something. There are different types of credit. There's that child tax credit. There's the earned income tax credit, and there's the child and dependency care credit. Okay, so hold on. Let me bring it. So I want to get these amounts for y'all because I know I've been seeing that a lot. And I think what most of y'all are concerned is thinking that when y'all get a lower tax return this year, y'all thinking that it's because because they canceled it. Okay. And that's not what that is. Okay. So I get letters from the IRS almost daily, and the IRS did not cancel child tax credit, and they wouldn't. Okay. Because you have children. Okay. And the child and dependency care credit is what y'all be getting confused as the child tax credit. All right. So I'm gonna bring it up. Let me bring up the 1040 real quick. Y'all know I do classes on this. If y'all ever want to learn how to read y'all forms, because that's a big issue. Y'all getting y'all tax forms done and y'all not understanding what y'all reading. Okay. So on the second page of your tax forms, you get earned income credit. You get additional child tax credit. And that is it. And that additional child tax credit is your child and dependency care credit. That is the form. That is the form where you guys turn in your paperwork from the preschool, showing that your kids was in preschool or daycare. Okay. So you get the extra funds from that. But a lot of y'all are getting upset that your taxes aren't high, but it's because y'all didn't pay. And I don't know if she's watching tonight, and I'm sorry, homegirl. I ain't gonna say your name, but I just did somebody's taxes tonight. She made $56,000. I know that's right, sis. Okay, she got a raise, so whoop, whoop, whoop. She had 3 kids. She paid nothing in taxes on the federal side, but she did pay Social Security and Medicare. Her refund was only $2,100. And she said, well, am I going to get anything else? And I said, no. And she said, why? And I had to go on her 1040 and I had to show her that you did not pay enough in taxes. And because you didn't pay enough in taxes, whatever your 3 children got you, the IRS took from that to pay back the amount of taxes that you should. And the 2,100 is all that's left over. So a lot of y'all are thinking that the child tax credit ain't right or the earned income tax credit. It's not that. A lot of times it's y'all didn't pay no taxes in to begin with. If you ain't paying nothing in, you can't really expect to get something back. You can get something, you got kids, but you ain't gonna get a lot. Okay, because they got to get their money too, the money you should have paid them. There's no difference if you had to pay somebody some money, but you had to deduct. Oh, I got to deduct my driving. I got to deduct. Oh, remember I gave them $20. I got to deduct. You just taking your money out of what you finna pay them. That's the same thing the IRS is doing. Absolutely nothing different. Okay, so no, I did not see nothing. And if the IRS didn't tell me that it's canceled, now what you may have seen was that they have been trying to raise the child tax credit limit to $3,000. That may have been declined. Okay, they were trying to go for a higher limit, but they probably said no, we're not going with that. Okay, so that might have been what you're seeing, but the actual child tax credit is always going to be there. The form is even in the taxes, form 2441. That's the child independence to care credit form, so it's there. Okay, it just maybe the increase that they want us to get is not there. All right, okay. Cheers to you too, Downtown Lottie. All right, so let me tell you what else I was talking about. All right, Miss Orr said, Miss Shamika, remember that happened to, that's right, Miss Orr. We was just on the phone this weekend, and this lady wanted her to do her taxes too, and she had 4 kids on hers. Now, Miss Orr, I can say this because we ain't saying her name. She only worked a little bit, y'all. She only made $4,300 in income for the year. No federal taxes paid. 4 kids on her tax. 4 kids. She only got back, what was it, Miss Orr? What, $500? Her refund was like $500. And she didn't understand why. Well, you didn't make a lot of income. You didn't, and I don't want to go deep into it, but basically, no, it wasn't for $400. Her refund was only $4,000. That's what it was. She was getting back basically the same amount of money that she had earned. That was it. That was all she was going to get, even with 4 kids, because she did not, her income wasn't even taxable. Y'all have to remember y'all standard deduction. Okay. I know y'all probably like, what is that? Even though we don't talked about it, I'm tell you again, there are the single standard deduction, which is $19,400. There's a head of household standard deduction. I think that's 27 something. I think 22. And then married is 27,000. And then there's over 65. And then if you're blind and you're blind, I think if you're blind and elderly, you get an extra $1,500 more. But if she only made $4,000 and the standard deduction is $19,400, that basically meant the IRS let you keep all that money because you made more. You made less than the standard deduction. And the standard deduction is the amount of money you can earn that they won't tax you on. So the first $19,400 she earned, she won't be taxed. But she only earned $4,300. So she wasn't taxed. So how can you expect to get a large refund when you didn't pay anything in? So, okay, so I'm hoping y'all tracking what I'm saying. So that's why a lot of y'all get mad. And if you read your tax forms, or if your tax preparer knew how to read them to you, they can at least help you understand why it's so low. Okay. All right. Okay, it was $2,400. Thank you, Miss Orr. Not $4,000, y'all. She got 24, so she got half the money that she earned back. So, okay. Thank you for that, Miss Orr. All right, so my next thing. Now, y'all saw I put that video up. I don't know if y'all have taken advantage of the free tablet, the free phone. I've been talking about this for about 2 years, the Affordable Connectivity Program. I did put that video up the other day because the what is it? FCC stands for Federal Communications something. The FCC, okay? The FCC put a letter out saying that we are not going to take no more enrollments for the internet, the phone, or the internet phone or the tablet after February 3rd. So if you guys have not taken advantage of it, please do. Now, I told people you could get the phone and the tablet, and I saw a lot of people in the comments saying, You're wrong. You misleading people. That's not correct. You can only get one thing. Let me school y'all real quick, okay? One, if I am wrong, I will change it and take something down because I do not like giving out false information. That's one thing about me, okay? But two, I did my damn homework. You can have all three. I have a Lifeline phone. That's the Obama phone. I know y'all all heard of the Obama phone. You can have the Obama phone because it's on the Lifeline program. But you know what else comes with the Lifeline program? You can get, excuse me, that's the only thing comes with the Lifeline is the cell phone. But then they have the Affordable Connectivity Program. And with that program, you get the tablet and the discounted internet. So you can get those two under Affordable Connectivity, and then you can get the Lifeline phone under the Lifeline program. And all you got to do is go to the, and if y'all need the link, please send me a message. I will send you the link. I've been sending it out all this damn weekend anyway to everybody so that you can go and get it. But please make sure, if y'all going to do it, that you order from more than one provider. So if you're going to get the phone, they need to be a Lifeline provider. You can just go to Google and put in Lifeline. There is a company called Lifeline. Okay. That's why I got my phone through. You can go right through them and get the phone. Okay. Now I'm only saying this to y'all because this is how y'all going to save some money. Okay. Take that SIM card out of the phone you have now, transfer it on over to this phone, or see if you can put their SIM card in your phone. It doesn't matter. All you want is free cell phone service. Okay. Y'all got kids, give your kid a phone. The phone only has to be used once a month for it to stay on the program. Okay. Now, the tablet and the internet. I got my tablet and my internet from two different people. So I have Verizon for my cell phone. Verizon has a pretty good deal for the internet. I asked them to put me on the ACP program. They put me on it. So I get discounted internet. Okay. But then I went and got my tablet from another provider under ACP and got my tablet. All right. So, and another thing, somebody told me that if you're a veteran, you have to be a veteran that's on pension. The website says that, but these companies don't abide by that. Now, I am not telling anybody what to do, but all I'm going to tell you is when you go to get your cell phone or when you go to get your tablet or your discount internet, they're not going to ask you if you already got something on another ACP program. They're not. They have a lot of slots to fill, and a lot of them have a lot of equipment to donate or to give to y'all. So they need to get rid of their inventory before they turn around and sell it to you in 6 months. So you might as well go and get it now while it's free. And with the cell phone, it is not a nice phone. I got an iPhone, and it's definitely not an iPhone. But I'm gonna see if I can put my SIM card in it, and if not, it's just gonna be my sneaky link phone. Okay, it's just gonna have to be because I'm gonna keep it. It's free, and y'all know how I feel about free. So y'all go and get y'all internet, your phone, and your tablet. And yes, the two different programs, you can absolutely do it. Okay, so please do it before it goes away. February 3rd, and the program is supposed to run for another 2 years. Okay, so ride with it. Now, we don't know what's going to happen. 2025 is usually when the programs are all going to change over because we're going to have a new president. So we got another 2 years, well, a year and some change. All right. So going on and ride on your stuff. And if you need it, the link, the website, or you got questions about it, send me a message. All right. Charlene says, hey, Shamika, it's been a while. Glad to be back. Hey, Charlene, thank you. Happy New Year. Okay. Miss Cynthia says, I have the Lifeline phone. Hold on. Hush, y'all. I have the Lifeline phone. I have the ACP tablet, but I couldn't figure out how to get the internet. All you got to do is go through your current internet provider and tell them to put you on the ACP program, and they will automatically apply the discount. Bam. I'm going to tell y'all, the reason y'all want them to do this is because they subsidized by the government, so they're not losing money by giving y'all a discount. Okay, they're not. So I'd rather, if they're going to charge me $50 and now they're going to charge 30 to the government, maybe pay 20, and they still finna get 50, seems good to me. Okay, so go through your internet provider, and it does say that you can change. If you don't like them, you want to go to someplace else, you can go to another provider. You can change every month on the program. All right, but if you got somebody you like, just stay with them. All right, let me see what y'all saying. It says, what about the people who have this company called Nelnet? Okay, so if you have Nelnet, Department of Education put out it's probably been what, 3 weeks now that they said that you don't have to make any payments on Nailnet because Nailnet is having issues with their billing. But you were supposed to already receive a letter from Nailnet letting you know that they're having an issue with billing and they're correcting it. So if you think that is you and your bill seems too high or your payments seem too high, call them so you can see if you are in that group of people that do not have to make their payments. But remember now, if you're on the borrower's defense list, if your school is on that list, I wouldn't be making no payments at all. I would just make sure that I've turned in my application. Not that you have to. Come here, Max. And not that you have to turn in the application, but if you want to, you can. Come here. Sorry, y'all. Let me get my boy. But if you want to, you can turn that in and see if not see, you can, well, I know, see, you will get done faster than just waiting for them. That's just how it's been in the experience that I've seen with y'all. But if my school is on the list, I'm not making no payments either. So basically, y'all need to be searching, make sure. And the list been out for 3 years. I got it. If you want me to send it to you, just send me a message. If not, you can look online and find it. All right. But I won't make no payments. It says they have taken over my student loan, but I didn't have no loan with them. You didn't have a loan with them because they are a student loan servicer. And basically they sell to them to manage. So Department of Education gives those loans to them and they manage them. And in exchange, the Department of Education pays them. Keisha says, can you get the mystery shopper list? Yes. Can you send me an email or a message on my website? I'll send it to you. Okay. Thank you. That's right. I told y'all mystery shopping is still one of my side hustles that I think y'all should absolutely do. Okay. It says, what about filing and being over 65? Anybody, every age should file, in my opinion. Every Social Security number that is floating out there should be on somebody's income taxes, just so you make sure that ain't nobody stealing your number. I have a couple that I see every single year. They get Social Security. They don't pay any taxes, but we file and their refund says 0 every single year. And they do it because they want to make sure nobody's stealing. But if you are 65 and older, you do get a higher standard deduction because of your age. And then you get extra if you are blind. So yes, everybody should file. It says the $23 billion in Social Security overpayments, will they take it from your refund? It depends on how they choose to handle it. Social Security usually is not known for sending your debts to Treasury. They usually let you get your refund. But what Social Security does is they take it from your Social Security benefits, just like the VA. If you're a disabled veteran, they don't usually take your overpayments from your tax return. They usually just reduce it from your payments, because most people who have Social Security, they get a check every month. So it makes no sense to take it from your refund when they can just take it from your check on the 1st or whenever you get your check. So, yeah. So if there's a Social Security overpayment, they're going to take it from you. Now, bankruptcy, y'all know that's my other favorite word. And if you didn't know, now you know, you can throw debts like that into bankruptcy to discharge them. There's too many people I've seen, especially older women who have Social Security overpayments and they live on a fixed income. And it's like, you're going to reduce my check because y'all made a mistake. No. We're going to file bankruptcy on them so you can get your full check and you can stop making these payments back to these people. Struggling is one thing, but when you take more money from me and you make me struggle some more, we got to find a way, and that's a way. All right. It says Comcast refused to put me on the program, said I don't qualify. Why did they say you don't qualify, Miss Aura? So in order to get these on these programs, you do have to be receiving some type of federal benefit, but that is also if you are receiving financial aid. So I'm not to me, I'm like, man, y'all better get y'all college kids in these programs. They get financial aid. Some of them are adults. Some of them don't all fall under the parent. And it says 1 ACP per household. If the child don't live with the parent because they're in college, that means they get a free Obama phone and a tablet to me. Okay. Let's see. If you're in St. Lucie County, Florida, on January 17th, they're doing senior utility program assistance. Y'all know they roll around money around tax season. Okay. All the programs start to open up. But if you're a senior, you can get assistance on your bills. I didn't see that for pretty much anywhere else, but you can get assistance on your bills starting on Wednesday. For those who I told y'all that there's that grant for $50,000 that one of our followers got just a couple of weeks, well, maybe a month ago now. That program where they're basically giving you $50,000 because you Black. But you have to live in, it was North Dakota last year, but now they done opened it up. Now it's North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota. Now I know it ain't probably too many of y'all on here from there, but if you are, in just a few months, it's gonna open up. And if you need help with your application, okay, I've proven to be successful once. I don't mind being successful again, but I want to make sure y'all go. And it's called the Open Road Fund. Okay, so if you live in South Dakota, North Dakota, or Minnesota, it's gonna be opening up. So I want to make sure y'all get in on that. And the minimum age to apply is 14. Okay, all you have to do is be 14 or older, Black, and have ancestors that were brought over here as slaves. Basically, all of us. Okay. Cynthia says, I saw your class action lawsuit video and followed along with you and applied. Thank you, Miss Cynthia. People be playing now. They be talking about they're not going to do it for $2 and for $3. You don't have to do these class action lawsuits, but don't get mad when they be charging you all them extra fees on your cell phone bill and electric bill, but y'all don't say nothing to them. Okay, so all right, y'all let them get away with charging y'all all that, but nobody don't say nothing. But y'all want to sit here and not want to claim this money. And it's free. If you ain't got to have no receipts, that's called free money. Aura says, my son gets free lunch, but yet they won't add me to the program. I wonder, is it an income issue, Miss Aura? We may have to talk offline to find out, because they will have to tell me why. And don't tell me I'll qualify. And then, not for nothing, there's more than one provider out there. Y'all do not have to just go to one provider. That's why I said that list, that link I give out, you can put your zip code and it'll tell you. Some places are even still doing the laptop. Okay, the little laptop that in the beginning, when it came out 2 years ago, I told y'all to pay $49 and you get a laptop. And you know what TikTok did? They banned my video because they said I was trying to cause the website to shut down. And it's like, nigga, that's real. But anyway, move on. Being Pretty says, what the site to get the free phone? Sorry, just coming in. There isn't a site I can just tell you. But if you wanted to go to the same one I went to, you can go to Lifeline. I don't know if they .org or .com, but it's Lifeline. You can just put Lifeline phone. But if you want to look at the provider list, you're gonna have to send me a message and I'll send it to you. Downtown Lottie says, I have AT&T, free 30 from government, 20 from AT&T. Okay, thank you. They about to jump on this, be playing around here. Y'all talking about how much money they give it to Ukraine. They trying to give it to you, but you ain't doing what you need to do. Okay, it's probably about 30 billion coming out here too, but a lot of us ain't taking advantage of making them spend that money. Okay, so don't be worried about what they're doing in Ukraine. Worry about what they're doing with you. Okay, that's what I care about. It says, how do we check to see if our school is on the list? Send me a message. I'll send you the list. Now, if you're gonna send it to me on TikTok, you're gonna have to drop your email, because TikTok does not let you send pictures. Okay, because I have the picture with the schools on there. It says, how can I get approved for an apartment with not so good credit and no bank statements to show? Well, first, Baby Joker, thank you for asking that question. But if somebody's asking me for to see bank statements to get an apartment, it ain't none of their damn business. They will not see mine. That's just, I don't even, do they do that still? I didn't think that they did. But if your credit isn't so good, well, first we need to find out why isn't it? Because a lot of times you might just need to add a trade line to boost your score, and then you can go and get one. Now, if you have an eviction, that's a whole nother story. Okay, but I'm not moving into an apartment that wants to see my bank statements or that wants me to log in so they can see my bank account. I'm just not. I just don't personally think that's none of their business. But if you just have to stay there and they have to see it, I ain't telling you what to do. But the bank statements I send would not be mine, and that's all I'm saying. Okay, because I ain't getting all of my stuff. I just think that's just too much. Okay. Miss Sharon said, Miss Shamika, I'm not renewing my lease in May and will be moving. I've been holding off from reaching out to you about bankruptcy because of that. If I file now, will that affect me or wait to move? If you are thinking about doing bankruptcy and you are in the middle of moving, you should always wait, because once bankruptcy hits your credit, a lot of apartment places or even private owners may be afraid to give you the opportunity to move for at least 12 months, because you're still in that shaky period. First of all, when you're in bankruptcy, you're not even supposed to do nothing for 6 months. Not no new credit or nothing like that. Even though an apartment is not new credit, but they don't want to become a creditor in the event that you don't pay them. So they usually definitely don't deal with you for 6 months. So you gotta make a decision: renew the lease or do month to month if you don't renew it. But you need to figure your living situation out first, and then you file, okay? Because you don't know what's going to happen with you. I don't believe nothing happens with your finances anyway, but it's always smarter to be secure in a home than to be worrying about your finances. My roof over my head is way more important than what my bank account and credit score says, okay? All right, Joe Trigger, I don't think you missed much. We just talked about the SBA. If you don't have your payments arranged, you're making that hardship. And I don't know, we did talk about this before. We talked about hardships, and a lot of y'all said y'all tried to get a hardship and the SBA did not allow you to get one. They are doing it now. They give you the opportunity to call in to get another hardship after the original one that you do online that brings your payments down to like $25. You now have to call, because I guess they're gonna make you submit something, I don't know, to get your additional hardship that they're gonna give. And you need to do this again by March 3rd, because they're gonna turn your debts over to the Treasury, and y'all do not want to be called into y'all pay off of y'all finance office at your job talking about, we got to take money out your check been garnished because you owe SBA. Okay, we don't want that. I didn't see anything for Illinois, unfortunately. No, I did not. It says it's not allowing me to message you. Send me a message on my website, shamikasaves.com. I know that's on there. I don't know why I wouldn't allow you to. It says my daughter is a first-year college student. I'm trying to find grants and scholarships. Where would I tell you to go look for? Fast Web. I don't know if that's still out there. FAS Web. I think they have grants. I don't know if you're military or not. But there are. Let me see if that website is still up. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Oh, it's Fast Web. FAST Web. WEB. You can look there. They have plenty of scholarships. Okay, you're gonna be tired of looking. They have a lot. Okay, and I don't know how many apply to her, but there are a ton of them on there. Okay. Hey, Ruth. All right, so good. We're right on time. It's almost 8:00. It's light tonight. Thank you, Marnie. You are very welcome. Okay, very, very welcome. Let me know if you need help with that, Miss Sharon. Hey, Darnell, it's okay. You can be late. It is fine. We're just talking about that SBA, and we were also talking about what was the other big thing? All right, so real quick, let's do the recap since we're gonna end soon. If you're in North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, be prepared to apply for that $50,000 just because you Black grant. Okay, it is going to be coming out. If you're on any government benefits, okay, veterans benefits, Social Security disability, financial aid, TANF, WIC, EBT, SNAP, WIC. I mean, hell, I don't know what they call it in your area, but if you own something, you better go get you something, okay? And you can get the phone, which is under the Lifeline program, okay? You can just go to Google and type Lifeline phone, better known as the Obama phone. And then you can call your internet provider, tell them to put you on the ACP program, the Affordable Connectivity Program, so they can lower your internet, all right? Then you go on the ACP provider list, and you can get that list from me, send me a message, and go and get you a tablet, all right? All three. I ain't say it in the video because I knew people were really going to be mad about that. But go and get you all three. The discount on the internet and the phone and the tablet, okay? It's there for you, and because it ends February 3rd. So if you don't get it, you're going to miss out. And don't say Shamika ain't told you, because I did. Let me see. I told y'all about the SBA coming after. Listen, they said they got $30 billion to recover. That's that much money they're trying to come and get. So you think they was gonna let that go after all this money they've been giving to all these other countries? No. So please make sure y'all have a plan set up. The lawsuits, the class action lawsuits, the Kia Hyundai. If you got a Kia, you put your VIN number in and let you know if you qualify. Verizon Wireless, $100 they're giving back right now. Okay, I got the email. If y'all want it, I'll send it to you. All you got to do is put your account number and your phone number in there. Facebook still has a lawsuit out there. Google still has their lawsuit out there. And trying to think. Did I miss anything? I think I got it all for y'all. Y'all know I'll be trying to rack this up um all weekend and try to have a life at the same time. Okay. So and no, child tax credit has not been canceled. All right. In case anybody wants to know, it has not. All right. So I'm gonna see if I got any questions. And if y'all don't, I'm gonna definitely let y'all slide. All right. So Aura says, Ms. Shamika, you come on at 8 p.m. now. Yes, I know you're looking for me at 7. Y'all know I can't say everything that I want to say, but all I'm going to say is that 7 for me is different than y'all 7. Okay. So it's going to be 8 if you are Eastern. Okay. It's 7 if you are Central. All right. So I apologize, Miss Aura. But you still know how to get in touch with me. Okay. Sorry. Okay. And let me see. I did not see anything in Texas other than stay cool. We're gonna wait to see after the freeze is over to see what they're gonna be giving out. I can tell you there ain't no school in certain places in Texas. Y'all better find out if y'all got kids got school tomorrow, because a lot of places are closed. Okay. It says I'm looking for a grant for business. If you're looking for a grant for business, send me a message and I will send you a list I get. Same for you, Queen Bee. Send me the y'all got to send me your email so that I can send it to you. All right. For the Verizon or for any of those lawsuits. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Miss Aura. Okay. Cynthia says you have so much good information for us. Thank you. No, thank you guys. Look, I'll be looking because I want to make sure when I come on each week, I do got something. Anybody got any text questions, y'all let me know. If not, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna give y'all a couple of minutes to see what y'all got. And again, if you've been a victim of identity theft, remember your biggest tool, your sword, the thing you use that will help you forever is that police report. And remember, it doesn't even matter if somebody got your credit, your social security number 10 years ago, and they just now use it. That police report will save you a lot of damage, and the police stations always have them. So if you lose it, you can always just call them and retrieve it. Okay. And last but not least, in case y'all ask me a question, it doesn't matter if somebody gets a credit card in your name or not. You can be an identity theft victim as soon as the person hits send, because they had to use your social, birthday, and all of that to put in the system to pretend to be you to even apply. So even if an inquiry shows up, that is identity theft because somebody had to apply for credit in your name in order for that inquiry to show up. Okay. When can taxes be tracked? You cannot track your taxes until the season opens. So it's going to open on the 29th. You're going to probably be able to track them on the 29th. Okay. The state and federal opens on January 29th. That's when you guys will be able to actually track your taxes. So a lot of people are like, have my taxes been submitted? We won't know yet. Okay. And if any of you guys got an advance and you did your taxes with your last pay stub, I don't care what your tax person says, you need to give them your W-2 so that they can make sure the numbers on your W-2 match what they put in from the pay stub, because the numbers are not always the same. Some people don't always put in the taxable wages. Some people don't always put in the retirement information and the dental benefits and all of those benefits your company pays for you. So if you did it off of your last pay stub, as soon as you get your W-2, send it to your tax person and have them open your forms up and make sure those numbers match in those boxes. Because if not, you will get a letter from the IRS. Okay. And then you're going to be mad talking about why you got audited. That's the easiest way to get audited, is to not put in the correct information from your W-2. All right. DJ says, I just love you, girl. You're so helpful. Thank you very much. It says, where do I text you? If all my numbers are textable. Okay. So all you gotta do is look me up right here in the doggone thing of TikTok. Okay. So you can text me. People text me all the time. I don't mind. Let's see. And says, yes, freezing my ass off. We are not used to this. Going from 70 degrees to 20 degrees ain't easy. I'm crying. No, it's not. But let me tell y'all something. The only reason why I like when we have natural disasters, because natural disasters usually mean we're either going to get some money, which is usually what happens, whether that's through the SBA, so your county might be giving you money to fix things. So we like natural disasters because they mean money. So money. They also can mean that the IRS can say, hey, y'all so messed up. We're going to extend y'all tax filing for another couple months. So take your time. So I try to, when there's things that happen in the world, I go, oof. That's like my hands itching. Y'all know how your hands itching mean money coming? That's exactly what a hurricane, a rainstorm, a cold freeze, a blizzard, it all means money. So all I have to do is stay alive to get my benefits. And that's all y'all got to do. So y'all stay warm and just wait to see what they're going to give you, because something going to get messed up. Something going to catch on fire. Something going to happen. And next thing you know, they're going to be saying you can come and get this for free. Okay. It says, can I use my last year 1040 to get the advance? Your last year's 1040? No, you should be using your new stuff to get the advance. You can use your last year pay stub, but not your last year 1040. It says if you receive SSI and you put your dependent on your taxes, would it be an audit on both people? If you receive SSI, you mean SSDI? If you receive SSDI, you shouldn't have a dependent that you filing taxes for, unless they're also on Social Security too. But if you're receiving SSI, as in SSI retirement, you can have dependents. It's not, people are retired and still have dependents that they take care of. They don't know how much money you have in your 401k. So I don't know which SS you're talking about, but I hope I broke that down. It says putting a dependent on another person's taxes. People put dependents on other people's taxes all the time. To me, what triggers the audit from what I've seen is when that social from that child is sold to so many different people. The IRS gonna go, well, damn, it was just on Tito credit Tito's taxes, and then Clarice the year before that. They're gonna say, hey, we need some proof that whose child this belongs to. So I always say that if people are gonna do that because you got more than 3 kids, give it to the same person all the time, or at least somebody you're going to keep going to so it doesn't stand out. But you shouldn't do it. Remember, this entertainment and educational purposes only. But people do it because the IRS doesn't pay past 3 kids. But I say, hey, if you're a parent, you got kids, you should be filing them on your own. Okay. It says, what happened when you didn't get your $1,400 stimulus back? If you haven't got your $1,400 stimulus, you have until April 15th to claim it, because that 3-year mark is ending April 15th. So if you haven't gotten your $1,400 stimulus, you need to put it in. You have until April 15th or it is gone. Okay. It says, yes, y'all, Shamika will talk and text with you. I've talked with her often. She is 100% true. Thank you so much, Miss Cynthia. I appreciate y'all compliments and stuff. I really, really do. Okay. I promise when I get a man and a child, I'm probably going to barely be available. But right now, y'all better go ahead on and take advantage because I am not busy. Okay. It says, who has something your IRA money market account? I don't know what you mean, download Lottie. You can ask that again. Hey, Johnny. Okay, so I'm gonna see if download Lottie gonna ask that question again. It is 8:05. Y'all know I be feeling bad, like, oh, I don't want to keep y'all. Did y'all do anything fun today? Anybody barbecue? Anybody cook? Okay, I cooked a little something. Okay, I went and got me some salmon in a can because I didn't know if we were gonna have no power or none of that. So I went back to old school like my mama did, and I had made some salmon croquettes and some cheese grits. And let me say, it was everything. All right, and then I got the mimosa now, so I am living good, eating cold croquettes right now because I had them earlier today, but I'm still chewing on them. Okay. Oh, it says Marty says, thank you, Cynthia. She is. Thank you for encouraging us. Yes, I do. I want y'all to come here and learn something for those that care. A lot of y'all, I find y'all just recommend me to people, and I appreciate that. I talk to a lot of y'all, and I swear y'all really make my day. So, let me help you if I can. That's what we all supposed to do for each other. People say I do not have to file against Social Security. Not true. You don't have to file because, let me take it back. They don't discourage you from filing, okay? But if you never file, how would you know if somebody stole your Social Security and is getting paid under your number? Okay, so even when you file and you get Social Security, your return is going to say 0, but you don't care about that. You want to file and send it off to the IRS because even if you get Social Security, for those who get Social Security disability, y'all get a SSA 1099. Y'all absolutely get a real long sheet at the end of the year that shows you box 1 through 5, what y'all got in Social Security wages, what y'all paid in taxes, if you paid any, and your Medicare wages. If they gave you a 1099, that is a 1099 is an information sheet, information form They want you to put that information on your taxes so they can verify that what the Social Security Administration said that you received matches. So you're not going to get a refund, but you should always file, especially if you're getting some income. Now, if you're a veteran, you don't have to do that. You're getting disability benefits, you don't have to do that because they don't send you anything. That's the only money that's really, really free. But Social Security, no, you need to put that down. Don't listen to what other people telling you. Tell them to file you anyway, or you go to TurboTax and you do it yourself. You put in 3 numbers, okay, 3, and then your name and all that is not. You're not gonna be able to e-file. You ain't gonna get nothing back, but you do protect your social. And if you want to be like some of these other people that are getting their information stolen, don't do it. Okay. Y'all see how many people coming over here to this country. Okay. Now I'm not saying nothing about them, but a lot of them are not coming over here and getting I-10s. They come over here and getting y'all SSNs. All right. So especially people who are on Social Security. So please make sure y'all looking out for that. Says who has access to your money market info? Oh, who has access? The only people that have access to your money market info is you and the company that you have the money, hold the money market with, unless you're under some type of investigation. And then the federal authorities get the right to go and look into your stuff. Oh, before I forget, see, I knew y'all kept me on here for a reason. The BOI is open. The beneficial ownership form, it is now open. I told y'all that last week. So y'all can go in there and put y'all LLC information in and all of that. Honey, I looked at that thing last night and I was like, ugh, they want you to upload your driver's license. You got, it's just, they want so much. So I'm not telling nobody what to do, but I know for me, I ain't doing it until the last day of the year. Okay. I have until December 31st. Baby, that is exactly when I'm doing it. Okay. And I'm not doing it a day sooner. But I'm not telling y'all not to, but just make sure you do it this year so that you don't get fined the $500. They have not said that we had to do it sooner than December 31st. So if they tell me that's the last day I can do it, well, I'm finna be really this color and I'm doing it the last minute possible. All right. Miss Cynthia said it's cold, so I made homemade chili for the family and cooked my last small batch of chitlins for me. Oh, Miss Cynthia, you eat chitlins? Oh, I hope you kept the window open. Okay. I hope you made some cornbread with that, Miss Cynthia, because you know you can't have no chili and no chitlins without no cornbread. Okay, now I don't know who can beat the chitlins meal for the day. Martin Luther King will be very happy because he looked like he ate some chitlins. Okay, he's from Montgomery. I know he had some chitlins. I think he's from Montgomery. He's from Atlanta. It don't matter, but he eat chitlins. I could tell. Says people say I do not have to follow. Okay, I answered that. Okay. Can vets? What you saying, DJ Joy? Oh, it says can vets in prison get disability if they are sick in prison? Oh yeah. Well, okay. So if you're a veteran and you're in prison, you had to have been getting benefits before. They won't do it now because there's no way for you to take an exam. Now, but if you are a veteran and you were exposed to the chemicals with the PACT Act, like you got exposed to the toxic chemicals, that's different because that's a presumptive a disability where they automatically give it to you just because they can see on your records that you were over there and they probably seen you before to go, oh yeah, this person did have coughing and they did have some erectile dysfunction issues. Okay, so but if you're trying to go get migraines and PTSD, you can't do it if you are already incarcerated. But if you have disability and you do get incarcerated, they lower your amount to 10%. But did y'all know that you can write a letter saying you can, the prisoner can do it or the baby mama or wife or whoever, you basically say, hey, we need that money to take care of the family. So don't lower it. And guess what? They don't lower it. Okay. So that's a good way to keep money in your pocket, even if the person locked up. Okay, just because they locked up and they messed up don't mean the family got to suffer. We still need to eat. All right. So I hope I answered that for you. Can you claim an inmate? I wish you could claim an inmate. That's all I'm gonna say. I wish that you could claim an inmate. And I would not claim an inmate on your taxes because that will, when they run that social, it's probably going to show that that person is incarcerated. So I would not. Now, have inmates claim their stimulus? Yes, because, and let me tell y'all, and this is not illegal, inmates are entitled to their stimulus. If you don't, it's in the CARES Act. They were not entitled to the first one, which was $1,200. They were entitled to the 6 and the 14. So if there is an inmate that you know they can. You can send them a 1040 form. They were handing them out in prison. I know because my phone was blowing up with all the prisoners calling me. They were getting their 1040 forms and they were sending them to the office so we could process it for them. Okay. So you can claim a stimulus for the inmate. But remember, the only one you can claim now for anybody is the $1,400. Okay. That's all right, Bella. You can just go on and press rewind. Y'all ain't even got to watch. Y'all just need to listen because I'm going to be trying to drop gems in your ear because I promise it's something I say going to trigger something else in your mind. Then you're going to boom, you're going to have a question. I do that on purpose because that's how you learn. I want to say something that's going to make you think of something else. That's going to make you think of something else. And next thing you know, you're going to be like, damn it, she done answered all the questions I got. And that's exactly what I want to do. Free tablets and phones. Send me the link so you can get your free tablet and phone. If you want information for the BOI, send me, y'all, basically, y'all know, just drop me these messages in the inbox, either on TikTok or just send it to my email. And if y'all already got my phone number, just text it and I will send you the links because y'all need these links. Y'all need to do y'all BOI. Even if y'all don't do it now, y'all need to save it and put it in your calendar for December 31st, like me, so you know to do it. Y'all need to go get y'all tablet, phone, and your internet, like me. Okay, so y'all need those websites and y'all need to do them class action lawsuits, like me. Okay, I ain't out here telling y'all do something I'm not. Okay, it says questions as far as BOI. Can't you put your LLC in a trust to avoid having to fill a BOI application? Somebody asked me that about having a business trust. So the thing with the business trust is, I already got your answer. I was gonna look it up. So even if you put your LLC in a trust, that LLC is, let me think, I want to say this right. And I could be misinterpreting. If it is, I might do a video on this. So that's a good question. But the LLC becomes its own entity and it has, because you can file taxes on that trust. So it becomes a form of a business. So if it becomes a form of a business, the trustee over the trust will still have to report the trust. So let me, that's a good one. Keep going. I'm gonna look that up while I'm talking to y'all right now. But I believe you still are not gonna be able to get around that. Okay. Because if they do, they're just gonna find another way to do it. So that's a real good one. I mean, I might have to make a whole separate video. I got a lot of videos to make. I just been chilling and not doing it. But Daniel Scott, I'm gonna send you a message. Let me screenshot this myself so I can see. And I will look at y'all. I'm cutting the phone off. Lord, hold on, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here with me. Okay, because I want to make sure I get that. Oh, see, I knew it. I already said it. Bam, bam. So I ain't even got to do the video. If you have a trust, because I knew they weren't gonna let you slide with that. The trust still has a trustee, and whoever is more than 25% owner of the trust will still have to report the trust because the trust holds the business. So you ain't gonna be able to avoid the business trust with that. Now, will they find a loophole? I'm sure somebody gonna find a loophole. And basically, you know what people are gonna do? I told y'all this last week. They're gonna start putting the businesses in other people's names. That's all you got to do. Put the business in somebody's name. Just don't put the business in nobody's name who is on Social Security disability and mess up their benefits. But that's all they're going to do. They're just going to put it in someone else's name. Can you file jointly if your spouse is in jail? Yes, because you are still married. They do not have to, just because a person you're married to is not your dependent. That is your spouse. So yes, if they're in jail, you are married, filing joint. And y'all know I recommend you do married, filing joint because you get a larger standard deduction. Lady Leo says, we're looking up CPN and stumbled upon your channel. You are the sauce queen. Thank you very much, Lady Leo. If you need the CPN ebook, send me a message and I will send it to you. Thank you very much for that. She said sauce queen. I don't know what sauce queen means, but thank you. I think I kind of know, but I appreciate that. It says, one of your previous lives, you told veterans to go back and get the 100% disability. I told my son in love, he did it, but it's been processing forever. That is okay. The VA can take all the time they want because my homeboy today, he just got a raise. He got a bump from 30% to 60%. He got a nice $16,000 back pay. My other friend, he's gone up to 100 now, and his back pay was like 50 grand. So it takes a long time, but it pays for itself. And at least the longer they take, the more you make. So you can't say that with a lot of places. But but the government, my good Uncle Sam, he gonna pay you for waiting. Okay. IRS too. Is IRS give you your tax refund late? Baby, they taxing on, they putting on that interest. So my good Uncle Sam, he y'all uncle too, he gonna pay. All right. So we like him. Cynthia says, welcome, Lady Yo. Okay, all right, let me see. Wendy Lucas says, good evening, new viewer. We'll have to rewind. Thank you for the info. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. All right. D-Town Lottie says, you're awesome, Shamika. Thank you. And the PACT Act is the PACT, and it's for veterans who were deployed that got exposed to toxic chemicals, gas, if they were in Vietnam, if they were in Iraq or Afghanistan, and they were around the garbage pits. A lot of people had been exposed to chemicals, radiation, things on their skin. It's a lot of old veterans that have skin cancer. They got lots of types of cancers, and now the government is paying them back for or giving them disability because they knew them people was sick way back when, but I guess it took so many of them, and then it's like, all right, we're gonna pay them. So now they paying. So if that person that's in prison has the opportunity to fall under the PACT Act, tell them to claim, because they won't have to do an exam for that. Do VA have to file taxes? No, they do not. What is married filing jointly? Married filing jointly is two married people filing on one tax return versus one person filing married filing single and one person filing head of household. I don't know why people do that. I mean, you don't really, sometimes you can make a lot more money. Sometimes it's unnecessary. But a lot of people who are married, who have a husband who owes child support, they file separate. But you can still file married filing joint even if they owe a debt. You just have to include an additional form on your taxes so the IRS knows not to charge you. May I ask us all? Yes, this is all recorded. You can go right on my YouTube, Shamika Saves, under the same name, and you can watch this, and you can watch all my other videos. I do a live every Monday, and I drop this same amount of type of information every Monday for y'all. It says, do you get any deduction on your home if it's paid off? First of all, congratulations, and absolutely no. Unfortunately, when you don't have to pay anything, the government don't reward you with nothing because they don't get nothing. So no, it's actually more cost effective to continue to pay on your home so you can have something to write off at property tax time than it is to have a paid off house, unfortunately. But you're right. If they, they're not getting nothing, they don't want to give you nothing. So no. So where can I get a tax chart to charge on dollar amount of items? What you mean a tax chart, Noreen? You have clients, you want to charge people? What you mean? Ayana says, I didn't do the American Opportunity Credit for college for 2022. Can I do it now? If you didn't do the American Opportunity Credit, that's for people who have children that are in school. If you missed a year, go back and amend your taxes from the year that you missed and get your $1,000. Okay. You only can use it for 2 years, freshman, sophomore. You can't skip a year and try to add it now, because remember, the IRS already knows that your child been in school for 3 years or 4 years, because the school already sends them forms every year. They get a 1099 report too from the school. Okay. So go back and amend the year that you didn't add it so that you can get an additional refund on top of the one you're going to get this year. Okay. Okay. It says, what are they doing for the children of vets? It just depends. For the children of vets, there's a list of scholarships that are out there right now. Golly, most of the thing when it comes to vets is going to be insurance and school. That's really it. Unless you are a child who has spina bifida, which is a disease of the spine, I believe, you can get paid for that. Or if your loved one died and they were like 100%, if they had DIC, it's for the spouse and kids. They give you money for that. But other than that, they really don't give the children much unless your child, unless you're college age. That's when you get the most money. Okay. Like I said, I know somebody who's 100%, and he knew that his loans are going to be wiped off because he's 100% disabled vet. But what did he do? He went and signed up for a whole bunch of student loans for his children. He got the Parent Plus loan, got them all in his name, went and let his kids get all the education they can get. And then once they graduate, he's just going to say, hey, I'm 100% vet. I want y'all to wipe my loans out. And so the kids' education is paid for until, because, hey, now if they catch them beforehand and say, hey, you in school, you're 100%, we're going to go ahead on and stop your loans now. We'll wipe them out. Then anything you get from here on out, you got to pay back. But he's actually taking them on himself. So if you fall into that situation where your parent can get loans for you on the Parent Plus and they're 100%, or they're on Social Security disability, great. Then they can get loans for you and you can wipe out you don't have to pay no student loans. That's game. And what's so good about it is that's not even illegal. Okay? It's not. You can sign up for them, and as long as you fall under the category to get them dismissed, it ain't your fault. Your kids just got a free education. Okay? Thank you, Real Relaxed Music. I appreciate that. All right. Can you claim, what did you say, forest kids on your taxes? What you mean forest? You mean 4? It says, should I pay off my interest-free home loan? I'm in Texas. I mean, even if you pay off your home loan, you're still gonna have to pay property taxes. And if you're in Texas, you probably pay the property tax, the school for the mud district, you pay probably like 3 or 4 taxes. So if you paid off your home, the only thing that you would be saving is yourself a mortgage payment. I mean, if you can find something better to do with your money than that, I don't think it's a bad idea. But I also think, this is me personally, we don't know what happens in the world. And sometimes I like sharing the responsibility of this house with the bank versus it all being on me. If I still make payments to the bank still has an interest, which means they ain't just going to let any old thing happen. They are at least going to be on the side with me in the event anything happens, because it depends on what it is. Okay. But it really going to depend on your situation. That's a very good question. Me personally, I wouldn't rush to pay off my home. It's interest free. I would use the money to make sure I'm debt free in the other ways, and then I would look at paying the house off. Because just because you pay your house off, you're still gonna be paying stuff for your house. So it's like, all right, you saved yourself how much? And if it's an interest free, that tells me it's possible that you're on a government program, which means your house may not even be worth a lot now anyway. Okay, and that's another thing. If you pay your house off, what is it going to do to your equity? Maybe you need to keep paying so your equity can build up versus just paying. It's a whole bunch of things. So that's a good question. But I would say that to get an answer for that, I would need to talk to you about your situation so we can see if it makes sense for you to pay it off or not. Okay, because that can go so many different ways. Okay. All right. I don't see nothing else. Okay, did the IRS bring back the real property credit? I haven't seen the real property credit, but you can put your property taxes on your income taxes. You can put your mortgage interest on your taxes. It doesn't really change your return at all. But you should put it in anyway because those people are sending that stuff over to the IRS on a 1099 form. But yes, it says they took your taxes 1 year. Why? It says I caught the end part about the student loan debt. Golly, man, I'd be talking so much. What part of the student loan debt? Will we talk about getting rid of them with the student loan under the Borrower's Defense Program? Or that's the only thing I can think about with the student loan debt. I know they're not taking y'all taxes this year. Okay, if you owe, they're not taking your taxes this year from the IRS. But you can use the Borrower's Defense Form to dismiss your loans if your school is on the list. And if they took your taxes and your school is on the list, you will get paid back those years that they took from your taxes. Okay. All right. If you did your taxes in the past, if you did our taxes in the past, do we go through the app or email you? You can email me, and you don't have to send it through the app. You can just email me and put your number in there, and then I'll text you, and then we'll just talk through the text. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. And yes, I do taxes. I do not advertise much. Y'all know I be keeping a low profile. But if y'all need help, y'all got tax questions, y'all been audited, whatever, you need somebody to explain what you're looking at, let me know. Okay. If you're trying to buy a house in the next couple of years and you're a 1099er, okay, you're getting you're a 1099 employee, independent contractor, holler at me because we need to make sure your taxes have been done right in the past 2 years. So when you walk up in this bank and your credit is good, you need to make sure your income is looking good too. Okay, because some of y'all be very disappointed. Y'all making all this money and y'all letting these people write off all these expenses. And now your income, you went from making $100,000. Now it's only showing you made $20,000. So please don't be sitting out here acting like you finna not owe the IRS and get a refund. And you didn't pay no taxes. Okay, we gotta meet somewhere in the middle. All right. So we'll talk about that if you need. Okay. Golly, these things. What's the name of the form you file if you're filing jointly and one parent child support? For what? On the IRS? It's always the 1040 form. Yeah, it's always the regular 1040 form. Um, How to pay for the 20-year forgiveness for school? How to apply? Send me a message. I'll send you the form, and I do the form because this is 25 pages. So thank you for telling that, Chef Foodie. I appreciate that. Okay. I hope I'm getting y'all answers. If y'all ask me the right questions. I know y'all be trying to hurry up and type this stuff in, but y'all can set y'all appointments because we do that. We do credit over here. We do business credit over here. We talk about taxes. Basically, I grow with y'all. Okay, whatever y'all going through, we go through it together so that you can get to where it is you need to be. Okay. That's right. Tap the screen and share the live. Thank you. I'll be forgetting. Okay. I got to get better at that. I'm going to get me a team one day. I promise. My contact info, I'm going to put it here. But you can send me a message at info@shamikasaves.com. Okay. Info@shamikasaves.com. Or go to the YouTube or text me or go on Facebook and send me a message in the inbox. It's a whole bunch of pages. Yes, it is 25 pages for the application for the bar's defense. It says, I'm a veteran widow. Can I get a VA home loan? You can only if your spouse was trying to think, does it transfer to you if they're 100%? I don't know. I have to check on that. I don't know if they transfer to you if they're 100% or not. But if they're not 100%, then you wouldn't be able to get it anyway. But Miss Linda Gaines, hey, thank you for being a veteran's wife. Send me a message in TikTok if you can, and I'll even call you. Put your number down. I'll call you so I can look and explain it to you. Okay. And yes, D Joy, they're still doing the student loan forgiveness. How can we contact you to help with the school forgiveness loan? You don't have to have an appointment for that. We can just talk through Messenger if you want. But if you want to talk to me, you want to ask questions, you can go right to shamikasaves.com and you can start with sending me a message there and then we'll go from there. How can I get my back taxes back from 2018 they took because of my student loans? You will have to wait till your loans are dismissed, Summer. Once your loans are dismissed, the government is supposed to cut you a check. Okay, so you have to wait till the loans are gone. They just ain't gonna give them to you if they're still showing on your credit report, or if they're still showing in the system that you owe. So first we gotta wait till the loans are gone. Then they cut the check. Okay. All right. So look at this. Okay, y'all. I be wanting to get to y'all questions. I swear I do. Since my daughter is a freshman in college, will I get a tax break since I claim her as a dependent? You will get you're not gonna get a tax break. You're gonna still have the same standard deduction as head of household if you're single. So it won't be a tax break. But what you will get is if she's a freshman, you will get the American Opportunity Tax Credit. That's $1,000. So it's not a tax break. That's a refundable credit. So they will give you an additional $1,000 in your return. But if you already did not pay enough in taxes, don't expect your return to be a lot because they're going to take their tax money out first that you should have paid them and then give you the rest. Okay. So, but not a tax break, but they will give you an additional tax credit. Okay. Okay. It's 8:30. I'm gonna let y'all go. I appreciate y'all very, very much. Y'all know I do this every Monday, and until I get myself completely settled where I can go through the whole gamut of everything that's been going on, we just gonna keep rolling with this. Y'all, for who's been around for a long time, y'all know what I'm talking about. He's still out there, and he still be messaging me all the time. I'm not even trying to even say anything about the individual because usually after the lives I get the messages. Okay, so y'all just say a prayer for your girl. So this can pass. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, this is a live stalker that I am talking about. So I do not make mention of where I'm at, what I'm doing, none of that. Yes, it gets real out here in these streets. Okay. They don't just love me because I'm smart now. Okay. But anywho, y'all be blessed. And let's see. Been watching since 24. Thank you, Bella. Miss Marcus said we can be rough riders. We might have to be. I might have to look at that. I'm gonna have to come up with a name for us so we can be in this group now, okay? Because I need us to be able to recognize each other when we out. so we know who we are, who be tuned in to get all this good info. Okay. But if I did not answer your question, you missed something, you came in the tail end, you want more information, you just now finding out about me or what have you, send me a message. Okay. I'm very approachable, even in the messages, and I will help you as much as I can. Okay. Each one must teach one. Okay. Or we will never get to where we need to be. Because if we depend on these kids these days, honey, we ain't gonna have nothing. Okay. So we need to help them out. So I love you all. Please be blessed. And I will talk to you next Monday. Bye, y'all. See y'all. I know it. Miss South Queen, I got to send me a message. I'll send you a video and let you know. You'll see. Definitely. They be messing with me. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Yeah, you're right, Miss Cynthia. God definitely has me. And that's why I am not worried at all. But love you. See you next week. Need me, send me a message. Bye.